Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, viewers. It is Monday
Hello.
and it's 6 p.m. So, you know what that means? It's Green Table Senior Care Live Talk Show time.
All right, everyone, as you come in, it is National, hold on, let me find my notes. It is National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. So that is going to be kind of our subject matter on tonight. Again, it is National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. If you know anyone who you feel this topic will be of interest, we're going to ask you to please share, and share before we dig in on tonight.
Yes, yes. So, listen, viewers, we're always excited about coming on every Monday. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's go ahead. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm Jessica Wright.
And I'm Ishonda Blue.
And we are your co-hosts and your senior care experts here on the Green Table Senior Care Live Talk Show, where we come every Monday, 6 p.m. And we come here because we want to give back. This is our way of giving back to our viewers, to our community of caregivers, just how to navigate senior care, right? Because we have talked to so many individuals who their loved ones come to a period where they need assistance, need help, and they don't know where to turn. And so we want to come on. That's why we come on every single Monday to provide resources, tips, give information to you on how to navigate when your loved one is no longer able to stay home and take care of themselves. So again, we love what we do, and this is why we do it. It is our give back. It is a mandate. It is our purpose. And so
yes,
we love what we do. And so that's why we're here each and every Monday. But we always have new viewers, always. And so, Ishonda, can you tell our viewers just a little bit about who we are?
Yes, we are your sisters. We are registered nurses. We are your senior care experts. I get calls all the time, or someone messages me and say, "Hey, I have a question. Can you call me?" Listen, we're your senior care experts. We're here for you. And just a little bit more about who we are on tonight. We started our business in 2007 with our grandmother as our first client because she no longer wanted to, she did not want to stay home by herself. And she did not want to go to a nursing home. And so she is how and why we started our business, Innovative Senior Solutions. And we have now fast forwarded. Today we do adult daycare with the same mission of preventing seniors and disabled adults from having to go to a nursing home and keeping them in their homes and communities as long as possible. So that is who we are. We're actually here at the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show that I think we started. You know what? I'm not sure what year we started, but I do know last year in January, we made a decision that we were going to show up every Monday at 6 o'clock. And we did it for all of last year. This is going on year 2.
Yes.
And we love it. I'll be so excited about Mondays. Just waiting for 6 o'clock to come up so that we can share information that is going to be helpful, hopefully helpful and meaningful to you. So
yes,
that's who we are on tonight. And our title tonight is Bridging the Gap, collaborating for inclusive support with day centers, day programs like the one we have, schools, okay, employers and healthcare providers. And we're talking about, again, Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. So now we're talking really about disabled adults, special need adults. That is what we're focusing on tonight, bringing more awareness on how we can bridge the gap, and we can all work together to make sure, specifically special need adults, when they age out of high school, there's a smooth transition, there's no break in service. That's what we want to talk about on tonight.
Yes. And so we want to, we want to tear down the silos, right? We have individuals that need support, that need resources. And so please, viewers, if you know someone who this would benefit, someone in your community, someone in your family, that your church family would benefit from this, please share, please tag them in the comments on tonight. And so we're going to be talking about it on this Monday and next Monday as well. We're going to close out with still talking about bringing awareness for developmental disabilities. We want to, we just have a mandate. We have a mandate to sound the alarm. And so we want to do just that. And so let's dig right in.
Well, today, Jessica, I actually had a call from someone that she's a retired special ed teacher, and she's taken on another role where she helps with the special needs students at the school. And I'm not saying which school district, but anyway, she called and she was kind of concerned because she said she had met a family. The mom had a 21-year-old, and she also had a 16-year-old, both with special needs. And I'm hoping we can, between this Monday, next Monday, and the next Monday, we can get her on. But anyway, she had 2 special need adults, and neither one of them were receiving their SSI benefit.
Wow.
The 21-year-old, she was concerned about her being able to safely, transition, that she was graduating from high school, that they had really not began talking about the process.
Yes. And, from the little bit that I'm aware of, I've heard that process takes a long time.
A very long time.
They really want you to start this process as 8, 9, 10 years old. They want you to go ahead and start applying for the Now Income waiver, because the wait list is just that long. And so, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that on next Monday we will have a parent advocate on, and she can definitely talk more about it and what's available. But I want to make sure you go back to your schools, and you talk to your counselors or to your special needs teacher there, and you ask about the Now Income waiver. They know all about it. They know about the transitional fairs that they have. Pretty much every county has one.
Most counties have it. Most. Yeah. Some don't.
Most counties have one, and I was actually looking for the flyer because Sumter County is having one, and so I wanted to announce that while I am on. I'm going to pull it up, but you got to ask questions. A lot of people don't want to ask questions. They don't know the resources that are available. And so I just want to make sure, and viewers, if we have any viewers on, I hope, I want to call her out. I'm going to shout her out. I don't know if she's on, Melanie. If Melanie's on, if she can drop some resources, chime in on this conversation. Because we want to be a resource.
Yeah. So I would say our number one tip on tonight is to start early. Start early. Actually, I would say knowing the resources that are available to you. I think that is key. We're going to definitely get somebody on the show who can talk about that. So we want you to know all the resources that is available to you and starting to apply early, because it does take a long time from what we've been told by the people that do those assessments. So I would say that's the number one tip on tonight, is knowing resources that are available, number one. And two, starting early. Don't wait to, they're about to graduate and say, oh, they're about to graduate, I need to make sure I have something lined up for them to do when they graduate. Don't start then. You need to start early.
Yes.
So that's tip number one. And so tip number two, I know Jessica was looking up that flyer. Tip number two, we're going to talk about the role of day programs. And we want you to know there are different types of day programs out there. I'll just start naming them. And then if I'll name them, Jessica, and if you can talk about the role. So there's Easter Seals. There is ARC in Albany. Easter Seals is pretty much statewide. I said Easter Seals.
ARC.
I said ARC. Who am I missing?
Aspire. Middle Flint. Those are just a few that are in our area.
And Innovative Senior Solutions, adult daycare. We also take the Now and Comp waiver in our Albany and Americus location. I know we are partners, got a good working relationship with pretty much all those other centers that we named. I know Easter Seals is pretty full. And
yeah, and what we see while we wanted to tap into this population is because we have seen and we have heard from many people that a lot of these day centers, a lot of these programs have met their capacity, because a lot of these individuals, when they transition to these programs, they stay in, years. They stay 30, 40 years. So it's not a lot of capacity to take on new individuals. And so they're at their capacity. And so we wanted to be able to provide a service to help with the shortage and the need of having that transition where the individuals can still be with their peers, can still work on their life skills, and just get out of the home. And so again, these are just a few partners here in Southwest Georgia that
in this region.
Yes.
In this region. But we want to talk about the role of the day programs. These the day programs play a very vital role in this collaboration that we're talking about, collaborating with the school system. Jessica, you want to touch on that just a little bit?
So the day program can partner with schools to create a smoother transition for those postgraduates, those individuals who are 21 and older or who elect to come out at 18, to transition planning for students with the IEP or development support program. So that's the transitional fairs that they have, and how the schools partner with local businesses that offer those services that can be able to, again, bridge that gap to help with transitioning. Again, early engagement with the day program and community organization. I know Sumter County, personally, they have come out to our day center. They come out and bring their individuals and work and do things as for the special needs program. So going ahead and starting that relationship, and then the parent educator role in preparing you for post-school life.
Yes. So I think the main thing is just letting parents know that once your family member reaches the age of 21 and they can no longer attend high school, they can continue, hopefully, a seamless transition into a day program where they can go every day, just like school, Monday through Friday. And we can partner with the school to get their IEPs and just make sure the things that they like to do, those things are things that they were working on, any type of skills they were working on, that these things can be continued. And so that's tip number 2, is knowing that the day programs are available for you as a resource. And again, it is paid through that Now and Comp waiver, which you need to start early to get the waiver. So that's number 2, knowing the role of the day programs. Can we talk about, Jessica, knowing the role of the school collaboration? Let's talk a little bit about that. What is that? I kind of touched on it a little bit,
Go
but
ahead.
if you can just reiterate the school collaboration.
With the transitional fairs, again, this happens mostly in a lot of the school systems. They have this, and they have different agencies come out and present the services that are available for the individuals once they transition out of the high school. And so, again, this happens every year. Actually, there is a conference going on this week. I want to announce what the school system is putting on at
Was it
South Georgia
tomorrow?
Tech. No, it's Wednesday.
Okay.
From 9 to 1 p.m. and it's going to be at the South Georgia Technical College in the Pope Center. I'm gonna see if I can copy the flyer and put it in the comments as well. But they're going to have different agencies there. They're going to have booths there. They're going to have some awesome breakout sessions, work-based learning, employment opportunities, self-advocacy, workplace readiness. So just trying to get the individuals resources and things that they can do, get them out in the community, work ready. You know, a lot of the individuals, they can go out and work. And so here are some things, here's a resource that you don't want to miss.
Yeah, so it's important, the school collaborations, they are the one that are informing and educating the parents on these different resources that are available for them. They host these transition fairs, as Jessica just mentioned, where they invite different people who provide resources. So there is definitely a collaborations with the school. The next one I want to talk about, I think this is tip number 4, is employer engagement. We too, day programs, the schools too are looking for different businesses who will provide on-the-job coaching, supports, and different types of partnership programs with day programs where people can, who will hire them to work or provide some type of skill education. And I know the group that's putting on the program at the Pope Center, I don't want to say the correct, I want to say Star Innovation, is that it?
Star Innovation.
Star Innovation does a really good job with trying to partner and collaborate with different programs, day programs in schools to make sure that those individuals are able to work and have meaningful work in the community. So that is employer engagement is one of the tips. You want to add to that?
Yes, and I Star Innovation, again, that's their main focus, and they can help navigate, and they can actually help you, like they make sure the hours, they know about the benefits. And so nothing, you know, any questions, any concerns you may have, like if they work, would that mess with my benefits? They answer all the questions. They kind of have partnerships with different businesses already. And so again, just knowing the resources.
I think we got to get Miss Barbara on here.
Oh, that would be a great one.
Yeah, we got to get Miss Barbara on here. So y'all look, we'll be getting her. We'll be getting her to join us on the green table so you can hear it from an experienced person that's actually doing it and helping with employment. So that is tip, I think, number 4. And then our last tip on tonight is just healthcare provider integration. I am so looking forward to the day when those silos are gone, where we all communicate and collaborate as healthcare providers. This is so important that they too share information about resources that are available for individuals in the community. Again, we're talking about disability, Developmental Disability Awareness Month. And we want to make sure healthcare providers are also collaborating and being armed with resources and coming to the table and communicating with different providers as needed. So those are our tips on tonight, Jessica. Now, what do you want to add to that?
I just want to give a couple of shout outs because, again, we're new to the DBHDD world, and I just want to shout out Easter Seals and the ARC. They have really been open armed. They, you know, when I communicate with them and they say, well, you know, when we're full or as the individual that we can't meet their needs and you can better serve that individual, we want to do that, because it's about making sure that the individual get the right service and the right care, right?
I love that.
And so really, I think that this is happening. I just know.
I think you were shocked. We were both shocked.
Both just very
just
shocked.
Like,
because we don't really see that a lot, right?
You don't.
And I know, just giving an example, you know, with Easter Seals, we are providing respite throughout Adult Day for some of their members, you know, so just being able to collaborate with different healthcare providers to be able to make sure that we're meeting the need, right?
Yeah.
And so we're just we're glad to see we're seeing more and more of that and the openness in the DBHDD world. So
yes, I love that, Jessica. Love it. So those are our tips on tonight. I'm going to try to recap them right quick as we close out. And again, we'll be coming back over the next 2 Mondays with individuals who can definitely talk more on this subject matter. We're going to try to get a parent advocate, and we're definitely going to try to get someone from Star Innovation who helps with employment. So again, recap, our tip number 1 is know your resources and start early on getting those resources, because it does take a lot of time. And they ask for a lot of stuff. I've seen this assessment. Listen, it's a lot of stuff. And most people don't have that stuff handy, and you got to find it and look for it. So anyway, we'll try to get somebody who can talk about that process too. I think that'll be helpful. That's number 1. Number 2, knowing the role of the day programs. They play a very big part in the continuity of transitioning from high school once they have graduated from high school, once individuals have graduated. So knowing who the day programs did accept, because I know a lot of people don't know, because we just got this waiver. We just got it last year in November. So we do take the waiver at our Innovative Senior Solutions Adult Day Centers. And that waiver I'm speaking of is now in comp for special need adults. Okay, and then the next tip is the school collaboration. The schools will collaborate with day programs. They collaborate with employers. They collaborate with healthcare providers. Like, they are the source of the collaboration. And so schools, we know schools do a really good job there. They do the transitional fairs every year. So taking advantage of that. And the next one is employer engagement. Huge benefactor. And so we're going to definitely have someone come on later to talk about what that looks like as being a part of a collaborating with the schools, the day programs, and the parents. Okay. And then the last one was just the healthcare providers being involved, also being a collaborating partner to make sure that resources are actually communicated where it needs to go. So those are our tips on tonight. Jessica, anything that you want to add as you close us out? Again, this is Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. And so we definitely wanted to bring some awareness to this topic on tonight and should be able to share information.
Okay. Well, I just want to reiterate. I tried to put it in the chat, but I'll try once we get off to put the flyer of an upcoming event this week that is happening here in Americas at South Georgia Technical College. A program for individuals, I think it's for 14 to 25. And so parents for those individuals are welcome, but I will put it in the chat as well. Also, I want to make sure that you all come back next Monday. Next Monday, we will hopefully have a special guest on where we can close out the month for the Developmental Disability Awareness Month here on the Green Table Live Talk Show. Again, viewers, as you all look at this on replay, or if you're watching it now, if you can think of anyone that this would be beneficial for, please tag them in the comments. Please share this on your platform. Again, we just want to sound the alarm to let individuals know, caregivers of individuals with a disability, a developmental disability, about the resources that are available for them and how they can stay connected and start getting ready to prepare for that transition, right?
Yes.
So again, thank you, viewers, all for chiming in. We can continue the conversation in the chat, so please definitely chime in, and so we can continue to keep the conversation going in the chat. So
That's
again,
right.
Thank you all for coming. We will see you all here next Monday, 6 p.m. here on the Green Table Senior Care Live Talk Show.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Bye for now.